81-21 NFL talk. I always mess that up.
Another 81-21 Media Group production.
Right, 81-21 Media Group production. This was a NFC East weekend, which every weekend is a NFC East weekend. Mm-hmm. But we got some things to talk about.
Well, neither one of our teams did anything.
Nah, that's why I got on black today. You know, I ain't got on no Giants stuff. I'm still Giants, right? But hey,
you know I'm gonna represent my Cowboys at all times, regardless.
Well, let's do this because we never do it. First of all, I'm Al.
Oh, I'm Elon Diaz.
I am a New York Giants fan.
And of course, I am a Dallas Cowboys fan.
I've been a New York Giants fan since 1986. This is no bandwagon jumping on whatever. How long you been a Dallas fan?
Since about the 8th grade.
Since about the 8th grade. That's a long time.
That's about, what's that, 1981?
1981,
yeah,
somewhere around there. Yeah.
Wow.
So, you know, we by no means claim to be
experts,
and we just fans, and we just talking about the game. You know, usually
on how we see it.
Yeah, on how we see it. Mm-hmm. So this was week 5.
Week 5.
There are 2 undefeated teams left in the NFL, and that would be the 49er's and the Eagles. Mm-hmm. And we're going to get to that.
Okay.
We get to that. So you know what? Let's just jump right in. Let's get it going. Uh-huh. So you don't have to wait.
Go ahead. Let's get
the first game we're going to touch is Philly and the Rams.
Philly and the Rams.
It was a 23-14 victory by the Philadelphia Eagles. What you think about that game?
What do I think about that game? I still say it that Philly don't look like they did last year, but they won. And what Jalen said, keep the main thing the main thing, and the main thing is winning. So
getting in the end zone.
They're definitely doing it. He doesn't care about his stats or nothing like that. They're doing it. But what I'm trying to understand is when they do the tush push or the brotherly shove, however the analysts have called it both, why do these teams think they're going to stop Jalen? That man bench pressed like, what, 500-600 pounds?
500-600 pounds. It's not just that. They got some meat on that line. Whoa. They got some big guys on that line.
Right.
Which is whenever they do the brotherly shove or the tush push, they move cats back 3-4 yards. Easy.
And then everybody else, not everybody, but other teams have attempted to do that. And they said that
the Giants failed at.
They said that they said that when Philly does it, they have like a 91% success rate.
Which is crazy.
The other teams average 70-something%.
Right. So if they get down near the goal line, first and goal with like 2-3 yards, they in. They in. It's automatic. And that's what scares me about them.
Right.
Because they're not winning in this outstanding fashion like 40-something, but they are grinding.
They grinding.
It scares me. And I'm looking forward to, I think, a December matchup between 49ers and Philly.
Yes.
I am looking forward to that.
And then I want to know, I mean, it's just now October, it's week 5. So by the time they play, it's going to be like, what, week 13, 14, something like that?
Somewhere down there, yeah.
Will they still be undefeated?
They got both teams. Let's just stick with Philly. They still got Buffalo.
Yeah.
Okay? They still got Kansas City.
Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, neither Buffalo or did Kansas City win? I know Buffalo didn't.
Kansas City won, but Buffalo did not. They went overseas and lost.
They went over to London.
Yeah. And ironically, after that bad game, because I'm calling it a bad game, the Dolphins come back, they win easily. So I don't know if Buffalo has their number. Was it any given Sunday last Sunday?
Right.
I don't know what it is.
Right.
Because right now, my top 5 teams in the NFL would be Miami, in no particular order, except at the top. Miami, Kansas City, Buffalo, Philadelphia, and San Francisco. That's my top 5. I'm sure your top 5 would be something different, of course, it would have Dallas in it, of course, right?
Yeah, Dallas is still in my top 5.
Okay, well,
they still in my top 5.
Okay, so we started off Philly Rams with that game. Philly they just rolled. They did what they did. It's not much to say about that game. If you're a fan of gridiron football, that's what you got.
Right.
I was a little afraid because Cooper Kupp was coming back. And for the life of me, I can't understand
why is he always open.
Like, is he that good?
He's always open.
Okay, it doesn't matter who they play against.
Right.
He's always
open.
But that game, not to rush past it, but it is what it is.
Okay.
It is what it is. The next game on the schedule that we want to talk about is, let me look at my notes right here. Giants and the Dolphins. The Giants lost 31-16.
It wasn't the blowout that I expected.
Well, in the last video, I told you they were going to fight.
Yeah.
But not win.
Right.
So I don't know what to say. Like, most of you people watch games and you see what it is. And if you're not a fan, you're going to say, oh, the Giants are trash, blah, 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 blah. Right. These are NFL players.
Yeah.
Any given Sunday.
And they're all good because they made it to the NFL.
They made it to the NFL, right. But Waddle, Tyreek Hill, and Achane is his name? Achane.
Speak Achane. Speaking of Achane, they're saying that he might have a knee injury. And he might miss some games.
Lightning fast.
Yes.
If they turn that corner on you,
don't leave out what's his name, Mostert.
The running back.
Yeah, is he a running back?
I'm not sure.
But him too.
I'm not sure. But they just have a better team than the Giants. So I was just expecting competitive football, but I wasn't expecting the Giants to be up and down the field. They just haven't showed it. I would be delusional to say.
And then your quarterback got hurt.
I would be delusional to say, oh, the Giants is, blah, 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 blah. I just wanted to see a football game. Competitive football game. Right. The Giants are undermanned. Their defense is, their offensive line is, right? So I didn't expect much for that game.
Okay.
What did you expect?
I expected the Dolphins to win, but like you said, I didn't think it was going to be a blowout.
Right.
So, I mean, because the Giants have lost games, but they have fought all the way to the end. They haven't made it easy for the other teams to win. Right.
So we're trying to be realistic here when we talk. Like, I am a Giants fan. But if I see what it is, I'm gonna tell you what I saw.
Okay.
Can I copyright?
Sure.
If I see what it is, I'm gonna tell you what I saw.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna put that on the screen. So that's my team. They lost. Let's move on.
Okay.
We got somewhere to be.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. What's the next game? That would be Washington and the Bears. The Bears finally came out of their funk, and they defeated Washington 40-20. And I was happy, but not happy. Washington Commanders are NFC East team, but I really pulled for Justin Fields.
Yes,
I really pulled for him.
He had a good game.
I really pulled for him. So this is the second game. Now the last game they lost, I think, but this game he continued his success. He scrambled, he throws, he did his thing. They put up 40 points.
He did.
They put up 40 points. And Washington, they are you know what? I'm talking a lot. What do you think about Washington?
No, go ahead and say what you was going to say first.
Solid team.
Okay, I agree.
But they don't have that thing to take them over the top. They don't have that star.
But the thing is, what's his name? Sam Howell? That's their quarterback?
He was boogieing.
It's only week 5.
Yeah.
Right? I think they're going to get a little bit stronger as the season goes and they kind of get in that rhythm. Because like you said, they're a solid team.
They're gonna bring their asses to one of our houses, Dallas Giants, and cause a problem. I know this is gonna happen. But they're a solid team. There's nothing out on the field that make me go, ooh, right? But they solid. They come to play.
Yes.
I love Chase.
Yes.
What's his name? First name. Is it Vince? I don't know his name. Chase, number 97, 99 for the Commanders.
I want to say Jamar, but am I wrong?
No, that's the wide receiver.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I love him. Light-skinned dude, dreads. He reminds me of an Aaron Donald type. They solid, but to me that they're missing that one player or two players that can take them over the top.
Okay.
You know, like in basketball, it's that one player that's like, oh, I don't think they have that.
Okay.
So they on the field, they're competing. I don't think they've been blown out.
I don't think so.
They beat Arizona. They lost to Philly, but it was tough.
It was tough, yes.
Right? Here, they lost 40 to 20. But like we said before, this is NFL. And when somebody's hot,
they're hot.
Let's look at the screen. There is nothing you can do about it.
Nothing.
So you can sit at home and you can say, my team, my team, my team. Listen, all these dudes are NFL players. They've been doing this thing since they were kids. And when they get in that zone, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah,
absolutely nothing. So that's Chicago Bears and Washington Commanders. Chicago Bears with a 40-20 victory. Next. Ooh, you give it to me.
So, my team, the Dallas Cowboys, play the 49er's.
Right.
Which is a game that I already said that they were going to lose. Right? But I did not think that the score was going to be 42-10. I did not think that.
Yep.
I did not expect the Cowboys to win this game. I mean, the 49ers have knocked us out of the playoffs for 2 years straight. Right? I didn't expect them to win the game, but I did expect them to put more points on the board and for it to be more of a challenge.
More competitive.
For the 49ers to win.
Okay.
Now, of course, you know, I'm in my We Them Boys group, these Cowboys lovers groups and everything like that. And everybody, the majority of the people in these groups are saying, get rid of Dak. Get rid of Dak. Oh, and they're also saying, get rid of Tony Pollard.
Right.
But when you look at the score, 42-10, that means that the defense gave up 42 points. They allowed the 49ers to score 42 points. So it wasn't just a Dak problem. It was a team problem. The defense, the offense, the special teams. Well, special teams, I mean, I don't know. For the most part, everybody, it was an all-around failure.
Right.
Hopefully, Dallas will go back and looking at these tapes this week, and they can see where they need to improve.
Right.
And improve upon those things. And people talking about Tony Pollard. Oh, Tony Pollard is not any good. We should have kept Zeke or blah, blah, blah. He's good as a number 2 guy, but he's not good as a number 1. I said that too. But I don't think we should get rid of Tony Pollard. I'm just saying that I don't think he was ready to be the number 1 back.
Okay.
Right? I don't think he was ready for that.
Okay.
Should we have kept Zeke? I say that we should, but then people say we shouldn't have.
Zeke's inability to break a long run is, if I would have got rid of him, that would have been the reason. Right.
But the combination of him and Tony was working.
Right.
So I don't know. So does that mean that they need to get Rico and Malik in a little bit more, get them more involved, and do Spawn?
No, it's the fullback you have. I said I liked him. What was his name? White boy. He come in and he was going up the middle, getting them hard yards. Remember I showed him to you and I was like, oh, I like him.
Lipke?
Whatever his name is.
Yeah. They didn't even put him in on Sunday.
I didn't see him.
He was not in at all on Sunday.
And last week he was hitting them holes.
Yeah, so
like, you got to put a hit on him.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just that the defense basically got shut down. Micah was shut down, period. He really was not effective at all in that game. So Dallas has a lot to work on. Now, does Dak need to work on some things? Most definitely. But I remember telling you when you first got here, almost 5 years ago, that Dak is not consistent. Right? Do he have skills? Yeah, but he's not consistent.
In the NFL, of course he got skills.
Yeah, but we need him to be consistent.
Right.
Please, Dak, please be consistent. I mean, you still my guy and everything, but I'm going to need you to do better. I'm going to need you to do better, Dak.
Okay, can I go now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Every now and then there's a situation where even though you're a fan and people want that, and you can pick the coaches apart, you can pick players apart, you can do all this stuff. But every now and then, some teams are just better.
Hey.
They're better lined up. By the way, this is our game of the week, right? So we're just going to keep going with this, right? Sometimes you can match teams up, guards across the board, tackles across the board, nose, center, you know what I'm saying? Guards on the other side, tackles on the other side, defensive end, tight ends. Sometimes teams are just better. Let's start off on the offense.
Okay.
Brock was burning hot.
Wasn't he, though? He was in his zone.
Brock, it got to a point where I got tired of seeing him throwing the receiver open. You understand what I mean? He ain't throwing it at him. He throwing it where they're supposed to be over there, and it's right there waiting.
Leading him to the ball.
Okay. I was expecting Dallas to get a little more physical. I'll get back to that.
Okay.
That other boy, McCaffrey. Jeez. He didn't do what he usually does. But he's just so active in the offense. He's just so active in the offense. And then there's Deebo Samuels. And then there's Ayuk. And then there's Yuk.
I thought it was Ute.
Might be a
whatever.
K. Ayuk. And then I'm missing somebody. I lost my train of thought. Kittles.
Oh, he was on fire.
Yeah, like
3 touchdowns.
And then the offensive line is just pushing through, through.
Right.
Now let's go on the flip side with Dallas. Their main weapon, Micah Parsons.
Right.
I asked you then. I asked you today, and I'm going to say it here on this camera. Why would you keep lining up Micah Parsons in front of
Trent Williams?
Shannon Sharp says something. He go, when Trent Williams retires, he'll be first ballot Hall of Fame. He going up in that thing.
And how many years he been playing?
Over a decade. And he's up in that thing.
Yeah.
He's up there.
Right.
Micah. Quinn.
He's still developing.
Get him away from this guy. Because Micah ain't running up in there like that on him. And let's go back to San Francisco's defense. Because their stopper is Bosa.
Bosa?
Jesus Christ. Is his name Bosa?
Yeah.
Number 97.
Yeah.
I watched him a few plays. I'm like, they having problems with him. Like, they said this is the first time Dallas's offensive line has been together in totality since
2017 or 2018 or something like that.
Bosa giving them problems.
He didn't even care if it was the first time. It didn't matter. It didn't matter.
He's a monster. He's a beast.
Right.
And then football, gridiron football, is a physical sport, right? Let's say if I throw you one across the middle, you might be talented. CeeDee Lamb, Gallup, Cook. Is it Cook?
Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks, whoever. You might be talented, fast, stylish, whatever. But let me tell you something. You keep running across that middle or a little further out, running these slants and all this stuff. And when you got those 2 linebackers back there for San Francisco, that's hitting.
Yeah, they was taking some hits.
They manhandling people.
They did.
Throwing them around. It's
They did.
So to me, I say all that to say, San Francisco, as of week 5, just looked like the better team.
They did.
If Dallas would have put up more points or made it competitive at one point or drove down the field, let me ask you something. How many red zones did Dallas have versus how many did they complete?
Did we even get any red zones? I mean, the only touchdown was scored by who?
I don't know. Turpin, he caught that pass. That wasn't a red zone joint though. No. If they even got, see, if I saw that, like they went to the red zone 5 times, I go, okay, 35 points possibly, but there was some problems, some penalties. We didn't get that. They got their ass whipped.
They did.
They got their ass whipped, and there's not much more, me looking at it that I could add to it. So I would like to move on to this.
Okay.
Is it Dak's fault? Is it the head coach's fault? What's his name?
McCarthy.
Is it a collective team fault? Like nobody was just up for the day?
I'm gonna say collective team.
Was it the play calling? Play calling was kind of stale. That
goes with the collective team. It was a collective team failure.
And the bottom line, and I want you to answer this, is San Francisco just a better team man per man across the board?
Man per man.
Running back to running back. Offensive line to defensive line. Linebackers to linebackers. Defensive end. Cornerbacks. Safeties. Do they just have better players?
I don't know. I'm not going to say across the board, but I'm just saying that on Sunday they were doing better. They was hitting all the right things and Dallas wasn't.
You know what? And it makes me hesitate because it's hard to make that call. And I'll tell you why. Everybody on that field is a professional.
Yes.
If I may get into my thing, right? It's the way I see it. Everybody on that field at some point between high school, college have been stars. They know this game. So that's why I hesitate when I go, are they just better players? It's not like a high school team playing against a pro team or a college team playing against a high school team. The level of talent and everything is pretty much even.
Right.
In high school, when I was younger, I was told this. In high school, you might have 4 or 5 seconds to hit the hole. In college, cut it in half. Because the level of athlete, the best of the best from high school, so cut it in half. 3 seconds or maybe 2 seconds. Depends on how good the team is. Alabama, Georgia, boom. But then NFL, whoo, you ain't got much.
You ain't got much at all.
You got a linebacker running a 4-4. Right. But that's on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going on about this. I'm a little confused, right? Was it an Any Given Sunday scenario? Because what I saw, they look fresher, they look stronger, they were bullying, they just looked like a better team.
So when I think of Any Given Sunday, I say that that's when both teams put up a good effort, but one team just made it one.
See why? Go ahead.
To me, I feel like Dallas didn't come with their A game on Sunday.
Okay.
Right? So it was just a team failure, right? Now, if they had played that game today, would they have been better? I don't know.
Maybe.
But on Sunday,
it wasn't
happening.
It wasn't there. But then again, see, my definition of an Any Given Sunday, penalties all over the place, fumbles,
which we had plenty of those.
Yeah, but then you see, it's just you can't catch a call. Some player got hurt during the game. That's an Any Given Sunday thing. That's like right now. You just told me the worst team in the NFL is the New York Giants, right? And the New York Giants, let's say they play Philadelphia next week, and Philadelphia loses. Based on what we've seen. It was Any Given Sunday.
Okay. All right.
But if both teams been winning, and I mean, the Jets have a decent defense. They top ranked defense. The Cowboys blew through them. I think they put up 40 on them. Who else did they beat and dog out? Was it the Giants? Whatever. But you get here 10 points. and you couldn't put together nothing.
Nothing.
Running backs, I saw not one hole where it was like, okay, they moving them back. I didn't see that.
Right.
But hey.
Well, we could go on and on, but
we could go on and on.
Let's go on.
That was our game of the week. That was Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. Right now, the 49ers are 5-0.
And the Eagles are 5-0.
Right, as well as the Eagles being 5-0. I think for the NFC East, which is our league, is definitely going to be Philadelphia, Dallas, Washington, Giants. You
I agree.
You get with that order?
I agree.
Before we get out of here, we always look at the time. I see we've been going for 20, 25 minutes. But we always look at the time, and I'm always looking to add our guy in, Deion Sanders. I'm always looking.
Okay.
So we're not going to get into scores and all that. Shador took over, did what he did, put the team on his back. They beat Arizona State.
There you go.
Right now, Colorado University is 4-2. Nate, my man Nate Corlin, told me that in order to be eligible for a bowl game, you need at least 6 victories.
Okay.
6 victories. And I think Colorado has Stanford left. And I think they got UCLA. And they got them big boys, Utah, Washington State. They rank. They up there.
Okay.
But I think they can get 2 more.
I think they can get 2 more too.
Right. Because they ain't hard to find. Hey, I better not say that.
You better not say that. He trademarked it, right?
Right, he trademarked it. But yeah, Colorado University, I think Deion Sanders is doing this thing.
Yes.
Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, that's about it.
As we get ready to go to Georgia.
Yes, so our next 81-21 NFL talk will be on the road.
Well, it'll be outside.
Yeah.
Not just on the road, but outside, sitting in the yard.
Okay, all that.
Yep, it's going to be outside, sitting in the yard. Check out our new podcast we put up where we talk about Hijack, a movie with Idris Elba. And we'll probably come with another podcast like in another week or so.
Yeah.
I wish we could be faster, but she'd be slowing me down.
Okay, America, on that note, I think it's time for us to be out of here because, I'm going to take my slow cell phone up these stairs and blow dry my hair.
81-21 NFL talk. We out of here.
We out.
Peace out.